Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are making a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. Yesterday we got this bat flying in from a bat hole in the map here, and then changing into the pursue state, right? So he flies in and then starts targeting us. We can add a little bit of time on the pursuit trigger just so he doesn't start chasing us before he's fully out of the hole. So let's see. So today's going to be adding different options for the bat spawn here. What we're seeing now is the bat entering left, coming inwards. But if we have them from the bottom or left or top, they need to come in a different way. So there is a... Right here, we have this entity dx being a negative 0.8. That's what's giving us the left movement coming from the right side of the screen into the left. So basically what I want to do is have an option in the bat state. And when we initialize the bat state, the bat spawn state, we can say option... Ideally, I want it to say, I want us to give it two options, a row and a column for the tile that we want to spawn them at. And just with those two options, let's say row 1, column 8 would be a downwards fly in entrance. Ideally, we just give it those two values, which row and column, that the bat spawns, and then the game knows, hey, since he's on the top row, let's make him fly downwards for the insertion. So we're going to see if we can get that pulled off. So let's take a look at when we make our bat insertion. We're saying there's a state that we are inserting the what do we call it? Spawn state. So right here. So this spawn state, okay, this spawn state only takes in the entity right now. So we should update this so that it takes in the given entities spawn row and spawn column, which don't exist just yet, but we'll add them. So spawn row and then spawn column. Okay. So we'll go to that given entity into its .entities table at the ith index and also pass in the spawn row and spawn column. And then in our init, we'll do the logic to figure out what the dx or dy might be if we give it those two options. So before this is possible, we need to add this field into our entity declaration. So we need a spawn row and a spawn column when we insert the bat. So we need to be able to say that there is a spawn row and spawn column. So we do need to do another thing also, is in our entity class, since we're defining this field as an entity instantiation, we need to tell our entity class, hey, if we pass in a thing called .spawnRow, go ahead and assign it to the given entity self.spawnRow. Go pull it from the spawn row that we give it in the definition, and assign it to nil if we don't give it any. If we don't give it a spawn row or column. We should, since it's a bat, but we don't. This is an entity class that handles things other than bats. So we're gonna say, you know, if we, let's say, make a gecko that doesn't have a spawn row, spawn call, it'll just be nil. Otherwise, put in our defined one. Then we can say, for example, let's just try to do 1, 1. Actually, let's do first row, but 2 columns over, so we're not in the corner, because corner spawns aren't allowed. So we've got a spawn row, spawn column, only for this first bat for now. And when we do our spawn state, we pass in that spawn row and spawn column that we just assigned. So let's go to our spawn state and make sure we pull not the scene, but the spawn row and spawn column. And we'll assign it to the entity itself. Okay, so now we are using the self spawn column. Okay, so now we need to calculate this dx here based on which row and column, as well as the x and y of our entity. So we need to update the entity's x and y. So it's kind of like, yeah, instead of giving a hard-coded x and y when we declare the bat, we would just give it a spawn row, spawn call, and then make it fly in. So what we're currently doing is this declarations, and we're saying when we make the bat, give us this. I want to turn this into simpler. The virtual width would mean we're just off screen. Y is, this would mean tile size times 1 would be the second column, no, second row. So we can keep this for now. We just need to update our Y in the init here based on the row and column. So let's test the top first. The top, if we have a row of 1 for our bat spawn, let's do that first. So we have where are we doing the map declarations for this bat? It is right here. Okay. So it depends on which ones we pass in. So we're doing the first row, second column. So let's do the math for that. So in our spawn state, we're going to say, let's set our entity's X position to be equal to something defined in terms of our spawn row, spawn column. So if we give it spawn row of 1, we know we need to shift it by a negative tile size for the 0 indexing, basically. So we're going to take the spawn row, we're going to multiply it by our tile size, and then we're going to subtract a tile size. So if we give it 1, we get 16 minus 16 gives us 0, which is the first, left aligned row, but this should be column because this is on the X. So when we give it X, that's the column, and we give it Y, that is the row. And same thing, we shift it by a tile size to get that 0 indexing effectively, and then basically what we can do, we need to kind of figure out which of these values is on the edge. So we can say, you know, if our spawn row is equal to 1, then we know we need to move downwards. So we need to take our entity and give us a dy that is a positive 0.8, and we'll make this a constant. So we'll say we're assigning our dy to be positive 0.8 if our spawn row is 1, which the only bat right now is a spawn row of 1. And then I'll take out that we have a dx at the moment, and instead of doing this just yet, we'll set our y position. So we want to set our y position to be equal to our current y position, and then plus our change in y times our speed times delta time. So that should give us a downwards movement on this first bat. Sweet. So do you see how the bat is also, it was also on the correct tile. So right now, this is tile 1, tile 2, tile 3, tile 4 for the bat hole. So let's do that. So we'll say declarations. The column is going to be 4. Spawn row is the top row. Oh, but we need to shift it. We need to shift it up by 1 in the case of an upwards entrance. So we'll say that our X position for our entity is shifted up by a whole bat size. It should be... yeah, we could do a whole bat size or a whole tile size. Let's see. So he's spawning in. Ay, that was not right. 4. Bat column of 4. That doesn't look right at all. If we give it 4, that should be right. The X is not correct. Let's try taking... I don't think it'll matter. If we take out this, we say we're spawning on the first row, the 4th column. Let's try like the 7th column and see if that works. Kind of. So this should be 2, this should be 3, this should be 4. Yet it is not right. That looks better. Man. So the sideways entrance fits pretty good because the bat is skinnier when it's vertical, right? So he flies through the side hole, but the top hole looks like it needs to be wider. But I'm also not seeing the gradient. It looks like the Y is off too. Oh, yeah. We need to shift the Y. Oh, that's... okay, that's why we're off. If we're on the top row, we need to shift us upwards, not shift our X. That should look better now. Shoot, we're still off by 1. Are we sure it is the right bat hole? Yeah, we changed it to 5. Okay. So once we change it to 4, we might need to make the bottom and top bat holes wider. Yeah. We need to make them wider because the bats can't, don't physically fit through them. Yeah. We need to make them wider. So let's do that. We've got to pull open our top and bottom bat holes. So, shoot. It's almost like we need a whole nother... Because we're already touching the end of the 16 tiles. The bat is 20 pixels wide, not 16, so in order for the bat to fully fit through vertically, we would need to make wider holes like this. We can do it. We just need to make corresponding top level tiles also for it, and then redraw the tiles. Let's just go ahead and do it. So what I'll do is scoot this over so that we can do a whole extra layer. So we'll do this one, this one, this one, this one for the wider vertical bat holes. So yeah, we're gonna pull this because it's the continuation of the artwork when it loops, and then we'll also pull it for the bottom. Sweet. We can't make it wider though. Let me look at the game. Yeah, we can't make it wider. We have to make it wider without it going deeper. So we did this a little wrong. Well, yeah, okay, so yeah, this isn't deeper, so if we just extend it to be wider here and here, we can get away with it. So let's try to do that. Let's make sure our opacity is 100, and I'll take 2 pixels off each side. That'll give us 16, 18, 20. I want it a little bit bigger than the bat so it doesn't look like it's crammed in there. That looks pretty good. So we take 2 pixels off each side and then an extra 2. And then just round it out. Okay. Yeah. This side doesn't look as centered. Okay, that's looking better, just not round. Okay, I got... Yeah, I don't like this. Let's try this again. Okay. That looks decently centered. So we still need the gradient, which is going to be, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 layers deep, which if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay. So these are the... Do we call them above ground level layer tiles? Let me see the tiled map. Come on, man. Okay, top level tiles. Okay. They're on the ground level, but they're black. So we must have a corresponding non-collidable black one? No, we don't. So how are we drawing this? Okay, I don't get how... Is it on the ground level? I don't get why there's a black background. Because these are transparent. It's treating the transparent as if it's... Okay, so maybe we must be clearing the screen with black for the background, because these are transparent. I wonder if there's a transparent option to preview here. I don't know. Okay. So this is okay. What we do need to do is just make these longer by 2 pixels on each side. Yeah, 2 pixels on each side. The gradients need to be longer for the top and bottom. So we'll just make this over here and we'll extend it out by 2 pixels. Okay. Shoot. I need to get this exactly right because the transparency kind of overlays. So this is 2 layers. There we go. And then another one. Okay, so there's our gradient for the bottom entrance. We do need to scoot this over even one more. Two pixels. The heck? Okay. Okay. So there's our gradient. It takes up, it takes up 6 whole tiles, but that's okay. The side ones are fine because the bat is shorter than it is wide. And then we have an elongated bottom and top entrances for the bat. So we'll save this. We'll overwrite our master sheet. Now we got to redraw in tiled. So we need to close and reopen. And we need to delete any not any top level tiles. It's the ground level tiles. So we'll just make sure that we erase anything that might have been there because we changed all the tiles in the atlas. So now we'll just pull the left and right will be the same, so that's fine there. And we're on the right layer. We're on this ground level tile. And then there is the bottom. There is the top. Oh, what did we mess up there? It doesn't look messed up. We must have accidentally drawn... Yeah, we accidentally draw something on the... Oh, okay. Yeah, we can't see. This is where the old one used to be, so what I'm going to do is just erase the old gradients that used to be there, and we'll replace it. So there's the wider hole for the bat now. Gosh, 2 pixels doesn't look like enough, but we'll see. We'll see if it looks... We'll see if it looks okay. Squeeze it in there. Okay. Yeah, it is a little bit wider. We'll see. Now we go to the top level and we'll put the new overlays, which I can't even see them. They are beneath... Gosh. Ay. Okay, so it's those... Gosh, where are they? It's these 3. And then... Okay. So... This... Oh, okay, you can kind of see them here. So there's this one. This is for the... This is for the top. Right? No. No. This is for... This one's for the top. Okay. Top, middle, right, and then this one, middle, right. Okay. And then we'll put the old ones over there and there. Let's try it. So the bat should be coming in from the top, and we should see it fit through the hole. It's still off, huh? Oh, we do need to shift it. We need to shift it by at least 2 pixels because the X position isn't left aligned with the tile. It's all actually 2 pixels over to the left. So we'll do this -2 for that shift, that center shift, and then we'll see. It still looks too big, huh? Is the bat 20 pixels or is it bigger? let's see. $48? That can't be right. 48? What? Oh, the whole atlas. Okay, so 24. Okay, so it's not 20, it's 24 because the atlas has both frames. So it's 24. So yeah, we made the pixel 4. We made the whole 4 pixels too small. Shoot, man, I should have double checked that before we went and did it. But it's not a hard fix. We already have them drawn in the right place. We just need to stretch them out. So what we can do is just move all this over by 2 pixels. That'll give us, hopefully, a big enough entrance. The heck, man? Pattern aligned to the source. What the? Okay. Sweet. That should be big enough. But we still need to shift our X by 4 pixels now for the bat. And then we need to widen this by 2. Shoot. No, no, no. Shit. I don't want advanced mode. I don't want advanced mode. Okay. Okay, so now when we export this, it should be exactly the same, just with the bigger holes. So we will, dude, okay. We'll save as master sheet, PNG. We should have the correct tiles drawn for it already. So we should just need to do this by 4, shift the X by 4. Now we should come out of the hole. Please. Yes. Okay. It does look like a really tall, I mean, yeah, any taller than that, it'll look like it's not part of the ceiling, right? It's almost like we even need it shorter, but that looks okay. And if you look really closely, you can see the bat actually renders under the treasure chest while it's flying in. But as soon as it gets into the pursue state, it actually flies out. Okay, so we've got up configured, right? We've got, if spawn row is 1, we've got that. But we should have, oh, look at this, entity Y minus tile size. Okay, so what we need to do instead is assign both the Y and the X in case of a spawn row of 1. And this is going to be, we shift 1, oh god. We multiply by tile size to get how many tile sizes down. We subtract by tile size to get the correct indexing. Then we subtract by another tile size to give us just off screen. So let's see if row 1 is fine. Yeah. Okay, cool. So he chases us. We can hit him. Cleanse him. He flies off. And then he'll respawn. And that looked right. Except we aren't changing spawning back to true. Here. Yeah, we need to change. We need to reset spawning back when we do the original position or right here. Say if we spawn state, then we need spawning to be true because we weren't seeing the gradient render over him, and that's because once he goes into pursuit state, he's not spawning, so he can render above the top level tiles. Shoot, he's still not doing it. In our map, we are doing our, what is it, entity renders. If we're spawning, we're rendering in the map. If we're not off screen, oh, we might need to set off screen to be false again. That's probably what we need. Because we don't reset off screen. So maybe in the reset original positions, we need off screen. Oh, not for pushables. Reset original positions for the entity. We need to be off screen false. We are. The only thing that's controlling that is the spawning and the off screen. I know. So there he's spawning, and then when we reset, he's just over it. Spawning gets true. Oh, it should be self.entity.spawning gets true. Okay. Good. And good. Okay, that's it. Okay. So we have spawn row 1. That'll be top entrance. Then we need all the other entrances. So let's see what the other entrances are. We'll just go clockwise. So the right entrance is going to be the third row. 1, 2, 3 row. And then 8 columns. Is that what it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 3, 10. So let's try to put this at 3, 10 instead. So instead of 1, 4, it'll be 3, 10. And then we can define the, there's the width for the bat. I should have seen that. We can say, you know, if it's a right entrance, it would be a column of 10. So if self, we can do an else if block here. Else if self.spawn column equal to 10. Then we're on the right side, which is a left entrance. And then we need to set its dx in that case. And we'll set dx to be negative 0.8. And let's change our constant for this right here. So it's not a magic number. We'll go into our constants and we'll give us a bat spawn speed. And it is a 0.8. So okay. So we know we need a negative bat spawn speed to fly us inwards. Now we need to do the old multiply by tile size minus by tile size to get the correct X index, but we need to plus by a tile size to shift us just off screen by 1 tile. Then our Y is going to be maybe neutral. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, not quite. We don't need a plus by the tile size. Let's see, because we're 10. We multiply by 10 minus by 10. Okay. Yeah, see, he doesn't... That's weird. Why does this... I don't get why he gets, like, hiccuped on the door like that. Because you would think that x of this... Oh, it does. Oh, okay. No, yeah, we should just not minus a tile size. Ah, he doesn't fly in, though. Okay, we'll do this for now. We have a negative bat spawn speed. Is it really 0.08? Yeah, it is. dx gets negative bat spawn speed. Constance is 0.8. 0.8. See, we used to be saying negative 0.8. Oh, we aren't updating the x position, so let's do both. And maybe what we'll do, yeah, we'll say x position gets current x plus our change in x scaled by the walk speed, and then we'll just set our entities dx and dy to be 0 right off the bat, and only if we're, you know, we only overwrite certain ones depending on certain directions. So let's see. Nice. So this gets him to the tile, but we need to have him just off the tile. So add a tile size and he should fly in. Nice. Nice. Okay. That's looking okay. How is the Y looking for him? He could shift down by 4 pixels for the centering in the bat hole. So let's see. Maybe 3. It looked a little too low to me. That looks good. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Let's continue clockwise. So let's go to our, let's see what our bottom hole is. Bottom hole would be a row of 8, a call of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 8. Is that right? That doesn't look right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it 9 tiles tall? I'm forgetting how many tiles our game is. It must be 9 by 10. Let's see. Maybe our Constance has that. $10 by 8. Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's 8 by 8 then. Let's count the column again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, maybe it's 7. That sounds right. So it should be 10, 7. So let's say the row is the 10th, column is 7. Then let's try to spawn up. So spawn up would be if our spawn row is equal to 10. We're on the very bottom. That would mean a bottom entrance. And that would look like we would have a negative dx. So we would say entity or dy gets a negative bat spawn speed to move upwards. But then let's take let's do this. our X position, so this would be minus tile size, minus that 4 pixel offset to center us. And then Y would be plus a tile size to put us just off the screen. And then the dy being negative should move us up. So this should be the bottom bat fly-in. We might have been off. You know what? Yeah, we don't need to add the tile size, because that would give us just off screen. Still looked off. Let's not shift the tile size. That looks right. Oh, no. Row. Yeah, we should plus the tile size just once. What the heck? Where'd he go? Uh-oh. Okay, let's walk it through. Multiplying by the tile size gives us, let's say, for example, it's 1. 1 times tile size is 16. Okay, so yeah, actually it should be just row times tile size. Yo, where did he go? Oh, he was there. Man, why was he so far off? Oh, you know what? The row... Oh, no, that looked right. That looked right. But the row must have been wrong. I think we gave it one too low of a row. Yeah, the column should be 10, right? No, this should be 8 because it's the bottom row. Column should be 7, and that's right. Okay. Yeah, so the row, yeah, it's the 8th row, and then, which would be the bottom. So let's undo the tile size here. We just get the Y value of the 8th tile. That would be too high, so we should need to add a tile size. Oh, come on. What? Spawn row? Oh, 8. Yeah, row being 8 would be the last one. Oh no, that looks just spot on. Okay, so we don't shift... Yeah, we don't shift the row, the Y, because... Yeah, because if we give it, like, let's imagine spawn row 1 should be the top, right? Spawn row 1 times tile size would be 16 for the Y. Now 16 for the Y would put us 1 tile size beneath the first row, but we need to be 1 tile size above... Oh, no, that's correct, because yeah, we need to be below the row because we're doing a bottom entrance, because we're moving upwards because we have a negative dy, so he flies into the screen from the bottom there. Wow, it looked like his timer was way off, huh? He didn't track us for a little while. No, it looks okay. Okay. Okay, so we got one more direction left. So let's do the left entrance. So left entrance would be... It would be column 1, row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it would be row 5, column 1. So column 1 would be our left entrance. Yo, what up, Squinch? It is going decent. How are you doing? I was like on the verge of having a headache like all day today, so I wasn't super stoked about that. Left entrance would be a positive dx, and then the naming here is, yeah, the naming here is a little weird. I'm gonna rename this left side entrance, which means we fly right, and this will be right side entrance. And then X would be nice. Nice. Good luck with that. Hey, when you've made some progress, you want to share it, you can dump it in the Discord so we can all check it out. I don't know if you're in the Discord yet, or just paste it here when you're wanting to share it and we can take a look at it. Okay, so our X would be, we need to be off screen by a bat width. So if we just do spawn column times tile size, we need to shift not only 16 pixels to the left, but so we need to minus a tile size, but we also need to subtract by 16 by 24 gives us 8. So 8 pixel difference to get us just off the left side of the screen, because our bat is 24 pixels wide. And then a Y of, we need to correct the tile size indexing, and that should be right for the right entrance. Come on. dx spawn row times tile size, spawn row. Spawn row. No, it's spawn column of 1. Nice. He looked like he flew on too quick, right? Yeah. If we don't do the -8, what this will do is put him, spawn column times tile size would put him 1 tile to the right of where we're telling him to spawn. Minus the tile size would put his X position at the tile size next to us, which would be, 8 pixels too close. So we need to subtract another 8 to get him off the screen. No. That is close. He still looks too close. That looks better. Let's just do that. Minus a whole 24. That sounds right. Because minus a tile size puts him... No, yeah, I think -6 should actually do it, but it looks too close. Oh, Jimmy fell. Okay, well, it looks like we've got all our bat entrances, so that's cool. Uh-oh. Okay, so what's cool about this, if I jot down the index for all the bat entrances, and we can say there should be row and column, and it should be row 1, column 2, 3, 4 is the top one. And actually, we don't need to tell our game if it's a top entrance, left entrance, or whatever. Once we give it the proper tile index, it knows. So the right entrance, I'm gonna just cleanse this guy so he doesn't bug us. The right entrance is a column of 10 and 3 down, and then the bottom one is row 8, and then there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the left one is row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and column 1. So now let's test adding multiple bats based on their spawn row and column, and we'll see if they are working. So let's try to put, row and column, let's see. So instead of giving an X position, all we do is put a row and column. And we'll do 1 and 4 for this top bat. And we'll do eight and 7 for the right bat. And let's see if we have 2 more bats with the correct entrances. Oh, nice. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Nice. Ooh, did the bottom bat have the overlay? Yeah, it did. Okay, great. That looks awesome. Okay, so for this demo, I do want to, I think I want to add a little timer to delay them so they don't all come in all at the same time, right? I want it to kind of have a little timer. Yo, thanks, Squinch. Yeah, it is looking cool that they fly in like that. But yeah, it would look a lot cooler if it goes like, one of them spawns, then the other, then the other. So we could have a spawn timer in our state here. So the idea is we could have an X and Y. Yeah. Because the thing is, we're going to be rendering the bats. I don't know. It depends if we're doing like what I used to do in Joust with the off screen. We're only rendering it if it's not off screen, but it would still need an X, and we're no longer instantiating with an X and Y. So yeah, we're not doing anything with our X and Y based on off-screen status. So maybe what we do is, because the bats need an X and Y while they spawn but not come on. So if pursue trigger would need to be modified by the spawn timer, and then the spawn timer would get, let's say, a math.random of 2 seconds, or let's say 1 second to 5 seconds. So we're going to say spawn timer is a random time, and then in the process AI, we're going to decrement our spawn timer. And then we don't want to do pursue timer. Yeah, we don't want to assign Oh shoot, how do we do this? It was nice in the init because we don't want to reassign our X and Y more than once. Like we just want to assign it and then maybe we can have a we should just have a function that we run called set bat location, and we don't set the bat location in the init anymore. We only set it when we run the function, but we do need to give us an X and Y just off screen. So let's just do graveyard entity. Okay. Then we need a location set boolean. And we need to refresh it to false upon the reset position. Reset original position. Okay, and then basically once our spawn timer, if our spawn timer is smaller than or equal to 0, then we want to and a location not set. Self.entity location set. Is that right? Yeah. We need a spawn timer for the entity, not the state. Okay, we're gonna run our method, which is called set bat location, which should give us an X and Y and a proper DX for us to spawn. Now, pursue timer won't trigger to bat walk until we've waited all the time for our spawn timer, as long as we do entity spawn timer right here. Okay, then, yeah, wouldn't we need, I don't know if we need an entity spawn timer. Let's see. Okay, so basically, yeah, we have a spawn timer, which is going to wait 1 to 5 seconds before we spawn, essentially. And spawning is what we're going to be doing when we run this set bat location method. And that's doing what we're doing. We say, okay, well, ask what our spawn row is and our spawn column, and set our Y and X position as well as our velocity based on where we're spawning so that we can fly in. So we're going to decrement our spawn timer. If our spawn timer is less than or equal to 0 and we're not location set location, and then location set becomes true so that we don't accidentally set our location again. So we only set our X and Y position once, ideally, and then we trigger the bat walk. Nope. Spawn column, nil. So spawn column, when we run this self.spawn column, yeah, we need to set our spawn row. We need to snag the parameter here so we can have access to it in the function. And then it's not this. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it didn't have access to this parameter. So we can substitute any spawn column with self.spawn column. And then any spawn row with self.spawn row. Let's give it a shot. $36. Self.self. Let's see. Nice, dude. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, I want a fourth for the other one. So let's add a fourth bat in the declarations, and then we'll have to test that resetting them works too, because we probably forgot something in the reset. So here for the last bat, we're going to insert. Let's put him at, we have what, 8-7, we have 1-4, 5-1, 1-4, 5-1, 8-7, so we need 10-3. Okay. We got 10-3. That should be all we need to do. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3. Come on, right bat. Really? Oh! What the heck? Where's the fourth one? 10-3, 10-3. Yeah, it should be that one. 10-3. Yeah. Hmm. 10-3. Oh, we got these backwards. This should be 3. This should be 10. Yeah. Okay, we should have all 4 spawning randomly, flying in. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Nice. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, God. Cool. And then they are tracking us. Let's see if they reset. Nice. No way we did that right. And the gradients are working too. Ooh, except maybe the top one? I couldn't see exactly. Let's see if the gradient works on the top one. Yeah, it looked like it. That might be it. So the reset works. You know, and then, so basically in the level design, we're going to have a total, like, 2, you know, room entity, I don't know what we call it. Like, we have 2 enemy entities in the room, right? In the dungeon. So we can say, if there are no living entities because they've all fleed, and then we take them out of the table, So if the entities table is empty, then we need to insert two. Oh, see, and then how would we do that? Like, because ideally we say, you know, I mean, I guess we could do. We'd have to say, oh, there's Jimmy. There's Jimmy. You know, if there's no entities, then table.insert an entity with a random. See, we wouldn't want to do random. It has to be a very specific X and Y so that it can fly in through the bat hole. So maybe we would just manually do it. We can say option 1 or 2. If it's option 1, give it whatever. I don't think there's going to be more than 2 bat holes on any given dungeon screen. There's probably only going to be 1. But we have the ability to draw any dungeon, you know, any orientation bat hole, top, bottom, left, or right, and have the bat spawn in the correct direction and have the gradient rate render over them, and then also reset the position. So that's good. Let's check or get diff real quick. We drew some new tiles. We added a spawn row and column for drawing different logic. Yeah, so we added a 4th bat, and then we added the spawn row and columns for the logic to spawn it. So we will say that we added directional bat spawn based on tile indexes. Sweet. And we'll get push and call it a night. Yo, we'll raid John Blow because he inspired me to start programming. So I like to raid him whenever I can. I'll call it a night. Let's run the credits and call it a night. So yeah, thanks to all our credited supporters here. Thanks for hanging, Squinch. I appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow for more programming. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what we're going to do. We've got the bats, so we're probably going to start designing the dungeon and adding big old chasms for us to fall into. Then we can have the bats kind of spit and push us into the holes. So I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, have a good night, Squinch. Thanks for hanging. Catch you later.